Hello everyone, welcome back to my Flosstube channel. My name is Sherry, if we haven't met yet, and this is my Flosstube number 27. I filmed Flosstube 26 yesterday, January 30th. It was my first Flosstube of 2026. So if you would like to see a starts and whip parade is what I'm calling it, go back to part 1 of this and start from there. I am doing a second part today. I'm going to show some snow day whips or starts. And then, if I have time, move into some of the others, because I'm thinking this is going to take me maybe a third or fourth floss tube to get everything in that I wanted to show. But that's good. I love seeing a variety of cross stitching from all of the floss tubers out there, all of the people showing their cross stitch on Instagram. I enjoy seeing all the stuff. So today we have quite a bit of snow here in East Tennessee. I think earlier this morning my husband said we had like 7 inches in our backyard, and it's been snowing consistently ever since, so I'm not sure what's out there right now. I'm sure we'll get probably a few more inches or so through the night also. So we're just kind of trying to stay warm. We are staying warm. We're very blessed. So, we're just having a cozy day, staying in. And this is a good time to do Flosstube videos too. So, I guess without further wasting time here, I am going to get into the cross stitch part of this video. Now, what I'm going to show now, these are starts that I have fabric pulled for them. I've been starting to gather my floss for them, and but there's no actual stitching yet. But I do want to include things I am starting in these videos. So the first one, I'm going to kind of do a theme here of leisure arts books and the hardback books, and show you some things from those first. Wait a minute. I do have something I want to show. Something from last night. When I filmed last night, I was showing that I had started a project from this magazine, from Cross Country Stitching. I think it's the October 2007 issue of this magazine, and I had picked a project called Honor and Majesty. There's a Bible verse here that's included on this cross stitch. It's called Honor and Majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. Psalm 96 verse 6. I had just a little bit of cross stitching done for this owl that's in here. I love this. This includes the owls and little birds and rabbits. Those are going to be fun to stitch. And I had just part of him done last night. So I can, after I got done filming, I decided to go ahead and start working on this. I actually had planned to work on it for a couple of hours last night, and as I was actually starting to get sick even while I was doing my floss tube, and I was getting worse through the evening. So as I was stitching this, I got to this little bird, and my body just it just shut down. I had to go to bed. So today I'm still kind of suffering from some sinus, cold type symptoms, and body aches and that type of thing. But I'm looking forward to moving on in this project. I think it's going to be really fun even to do these houses. But I wanted to show you my owl. I finished him up. I showed him last night. And I just think this is going to be such a darling cross stitch. So there's my owl. And there's the start over here where you see this red of the bird that I was cross stitching when I just finally decided I needed to go to bed. But the owl was fun to finish up. So he's there. This is a 14 count oatmeal Ada. It's like one of my favorite, well, not one of, it's actually my favorite Ada to stitch on is the oatmeal. I really enjoy this. So just the last look there. And I'm going to put this away. I just wanted to show my update on this. I also tried to, I showed Blackbird's, Blackbird's design. I showed some things from this book, so if you would like to see that, then definitely go back to the other, the part 1 of this series I'm doing, and you'll be able to see that. But it looks like, that this might be filming backwards again. I never know until it uploads because sometimes it tricks me. Tried to go into my settings and change all that, and actually, my settings were correct, but for some reason it still filmed backwards last night. And I'll kind of just wait to see how this turns out. Hopefully, if this turns out backwards, I will have it corrected by part 3 of this. But I did go through this book last night there was some things that I showed you that I was going to do starts on, and I really decided I'm definitely doing Spell of the Moon. I showed some whoops, don't want to show the pattern. I showed some things about this last night. So I also wanted to work on this one, the Autumn Sound. I pulled a piece of fabric, so I just wanted to kind of give an update on that. I pulled this fabric here that I really liked. It's like an 18 count. I think you probably could see through this. But it's got some modeling on the front. This might be a vintage country mocha. I'm thinking it is. I'm thinking I got this at Cross Stitch and Crafts last year, in my last year's trip to Cross Stitch and Crafts. So I'm thinking that I'm going to start Autumn Sound on this, or I'm going to break over and do, let's see, where's it at? Sorry about that. I thought it was like close together in the book, but there was another one. I can't think of the name of it yet. Bear with me for just a moment. Maybe it was before this. Yes, it was. The Bittersweet September. In case you didn't see it yesterday. So I'm either going to start that one on this little piece of fabric or do Autumn Sound. So we'll see next time I come for a regular Flosstube what I decided to do on this. But I love this fabric. So I think that'll be perfect for whatever I decide. Okay, so now, with all that put aside, I decided to start with some snow day starts and WIPS that I have. And since we do have all the snow outside, so I thought it would be fun. This is a Leisure Arts publication called A Christmas to Remember. And inside of this, there is definitely a start that I'm going to do. I already have my fabric pulled for this. I already have some of my floss colors pulled for this. And it's called Frosty Fun. I'm hoping to maybe go ahead and put some stitches later this evening on this. Just in the theme of our snow day that we're having, or our snow weekend that we're having. So, very nostalgic. My daughter said that for some reason this reminded her of Little Women. And, but I have been looking at this for a couple of years now. Well, maybe more than a couple. And thinking, oh, I want to start that. So I think this is going to be the time I start this. Typically, for some reason, I kind of had gotten out of liking things that had people in it to cross stitch, but now it's appealing to me more now for some reason. But I thought I might decide to stitch this on this piece of, I think it's called A Touch of Pink. This piece of fabric is actually not showing up true to color on here. But this is the one that I'm thinking of using because I don't know why, but there's a few projects I have picked out some pink fabric for, and I think it's going to look really good on there. So I don't know. I might decide to just use a neutral color, and we'll just see how that goes. But I did want to show that because, yeah, we've got all of our snow outside, so that'll be fun to maybe do just a little bit to start after a while and work on my doing more stitching on Honor and Majesty, and maybe go ahead and put my start in on my Blackbird Designs piece. So I mean, there's nowhere to be. I mean, there's work I could be doing in the house, But I think that this just calls for a good cross-stitch day and night, unless my cold takes me down again later on. Hope not. Okay. So the next thing I want to show this is actually an existing WIP that's everything's already been done on this. Some of you who have followed me for a while have definitely seen this. It's from the Leisure Arts book called Holiday Reverie. And in this is my WIP that's called Halloween Surprise. So this is what it looks like. And I was saying, I've already filmed this once and messed up, but I was saying in another video about these jack-o'-lanterns. They look kind of creepy here, but when actually cross-stitching them, they definitely look like creepy. So, but I love this. I really love this this project. So that is definitely something that needs to be finished up. It's on an 18 count Aida, like a cream color Aida, and here is my progress on this. And see this spooky jack-o'-lantern that I'm starting there. So really weird. But I think this is going to be just so cute when it's all finished up. I kind of skipped. There was definitely more stitching that I could have done before I started the jack-o'-lantern. But at the time when I did that, I was so excited to get to jack-o'-lanterns. And so that's why he's kind of out there looking weird all by himself. So there we go with that one. Another thing that I liked in this same book was a sampler called Peace and Plenty. And I think I said in last night's video that I didn't really like things that like doing the ABs, the alphabet and numbers and things like that. Sometimes I come across things that I can make an exception for. And this is, you can see the 90s vibe going on with the color and the way this is framed when I show it to you. So this is the Peace and Plenty sampler. But, of course, I'm going to change the colors. I think there's only like maybe 2 or 3 colors that's used in this. I've done part of this before and then really didn't care for it and gave up on it. But I found a DMC floss that I liked. I'm not sure if I have it here in front of me or not. Let's see. Yeah, I wish I had gotten that. It's number 53. I think it's a variegated where the color gradually changes. And it's all in blues. So I'm going to use that on this and see how it turns out. Of course, later I was thinking, well, if I knew of a variegated, like something that would be in fall colors, I could have used that for this. So if you have or know of a DMC that's variegated and gradually changes in, in the fall colors, let me know, because I might decide to wait and get that and cross stitch this in the fall colors. So we'll see. Also in this book, I have been looking at this particular piece for a long time, this particular project. And I was showing it to my daughter a while ago, and she agrees this needs to be started. So it's this project right here. I love it. She's holding that big giant pumpkin. I love it. So I think I will definitely be starting that. And also I've been wanting to do a Thanksgiving turkey. And here's like a cutie that's in this book. But I'm going to wait and decide on starting that a little later. Monica at Monica Stitching Studio, she has, I think it was her that I saw, she had designed a turkey that I really, really liked. So I might decide to do that one instead. But all plans are, fluid here. So they can change. But I do want to get some things from her shop. I've just gone crazy over things I've seen her design. So, yeah. So, I am going to be doing some starts from that's more updated than the ones I'm showing you here, too. But these and these books are still very special designs. And I think they're worthy of us still stitching from them. So in this book, let me make sure I have the right one. Okay, there was another turkey I found. Because here's the thing with me. I've got a lot of fall things. I love to cross stitch fall. And but I don't have things that I feel like are Thanksgiving specific. So there's another turkey. And that's from this book, Holidays Remembered. I don't know if I showed that. And it's a Leisure Arts publication. I think I got off on a tantrum there and didn't give that information. So yeah. Okay. Also a Leisure Arts publication. This is the last one I'm going to show anything from today. I do have another one, but I don't have a project that I want to start from it at this point. This one is called Down Santa Claus Lane. I've said before on here that I'm not really crazy about stitching Santas. Not that I see anything wrong with it, but it's not necessarily my thing. But this book kind of gives me a reason to like it. I just, the designs are unique. I really like them. Hannah and I were talking earlier, that's my daughter, about them being very European looking, German looking. We really like that about them. So these are a series of ornaments that was on here, and I love these. But I started a couple of years ago stitching this one, so that's one of my WIPs that's carried over into this year. And the colors I thought the colors were a bit strange when I was putting this together when I first started, because a lot of the colors it called for was the ones that I was using in fall projects that were called for, and I thought, oh, I don't know how this is going to turn out. But actually, the way it's coming together and looks, it's beautiful. The colors are really beautiful. There's a lot of detail, a lot of color changing. There's back stitching. But I have this on an 18 count Ada. I think it's Rustico. And that is my progress on it. So that definitely needs to be worked on this year. So I think it's going to turn out so pretty in person. Also from this book, I think, let's see, I think it's this book that has the other project that I did a tiny start on back after Thanksgiving, maybe. And it's one I've been talking about in my videos when I've done WIPs and starts before. And this isn't the right book. I'm going to pause for just a second and get the right book for that WIP. Okay, I did actually have the right book. This is called Humble Visitor. And let me just show this. This is what, I can't tell if there's a glare, I'm sorry. Let me move it around just a little bit. So I started just a little bit of this before I just quit stitching altogether. I actually did a Flosstube on October 4th of last year, and I had a cornucopia that I was stitching at that time, but with everything going on, I just kind of lost my desire to do my cross stitching. And I've learned that I need to pick that back up for my mental health, I think. So it's sad that I didn't get any farther on him. And I do want to, this is one design that I want to finish this year. So I don't even have the Ada with me that I started it on, but I will tell you where I started at, and that was like down this door frame here. And like I said, just not very much stitching at all. I just kind of lost it. And I really like the WIPs I have. I think they're something I don't, that's just unusual and fun to look at. And so I'm excited for my WIPS and the starts that I'm doing. And I'm excited to see like what all I do end up doing every month. So that was the last one I wanted to show from this book. And I can move on. I think I have enough time on my phone that I can move to a few more things that I wanted to show. So I'll pause again real quick and kind of get myself together here. Okay, the next small starts that I want to make are from a cross-country stitching magazine. It's the October 1999 issue, and I wanted to do this project. Is called Collectible Window, and it's for autumn. And there's the project. I don't really like the cat that is there. I'm thinking about putting a different cat on there. But I think this is a very cute little piece to do, something to relax with. So that is actually, I have some white Aida here that I pulled as a fabric for this in particular. And there's also another one here that I just want to do like a little section from it, just as a little small to do something with. I don't know exactly what I would do with it, but it's called a country sampler. But I really like this little corner here. Let's see. And little salt box houses on it, and the pie and the jams and stuff. I like that. So actually I had thought I might do some little pieces like that, because I'm going to be journaling through the year. And the journal I showed you last night for my logging my cross stitch, what I've done each day and that kind of thing. And I thought it would be fun, like things like this that I don't know what I would do with, that are very small. I thought it would be fun to like just put those in my journal, and then later on I can decide what I would like to do with it. But I just think it would be fun as I flip through the pages of my journal through the year, all these very small little pieces that's maybe cut out stamp size or whatever, and I've got those in my journal. I think that would be really fun to look at. So that's my plan for that. And I've got just a couple more minutes on here. I can show you maybe one more thing, and I will have to film again at some point. I'm not sure if I'll wait a few days. I think I'll wait a few days and let these videos these first two videos of the year kind of get out, and then make the part 3 to this. So the next one is also from a cross-country stitching magazine, and it's August 1997, the August 1997 issue. And I have shown this before, and I've made some progress on it because I'll do some stitches every now and then on it. But this is like one of my oldest oldest WIPS. So it's a 1997, and I believe that as soon as I bought this, that I started this project. And for some reason, I didn't finish it, but I still have the original Ada and start from it. And, I took good care of it, stored it good, and it looks pretty much like any Ada that I have today. So it's a 14 count oatmeal Ada, and there's what I have done on this. Yeah. Love that. Love it even now. So I need to finish that. I mean, for it to be that old, it's worthy to be finished. So it's only like 155 by 113. So it's not a big project at all. So, but it does have a lot of detail in it and back stitching and those kinds of things. But I know that once I finish it, I'm really going to enjoy it. I need to be putting a lot of time into this. So I see that I'm coming up on the last bit of my filming time on my phone. Thank you for joining me in these floss tubes, and I hope everyone has a good weekend. It's currently Saturday, January 31st. So we're heading into February. I can't believe January is already gone. It's amazing. But I will see you in the next floss tube. Bye.